What if the vast majority of your mental suffering, daily anxiety, existential dread, and psychological pain has absolutely nothing to do with your actual life, but is generated entirely by an overactive mind trapped in the ghosts of the past or the illusions of the future? What if the peace, joy, and profound clarity you have been searching for your entire life isn't waiting for you at the end of some distant achievement, but is fully available to you right here, right now, in this very second? Welcome to Book Essence, where we unlock the essence of every book so you get the wisdom without spending weeks reading. Today we are breaking down The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, a spiritual masterpiece that dismantles the false self, reveals the illusion of psychological time, and offers a practical path to ending human suffering. Let us unlock it. To understand Eckhart Tolle's transformative message, you have to begin with the single most important realization a human being can experience. You are not your mind. Most people live their entire lives completely enslaved by an incessant, unstoppable stream of thoughts in their heads. This voice in the head criticizes, analyzes, judges, complains, worries, and invents worst-case scenarios. We falsely identify with this mental chatter. We believe that we are the voice, but Tolle asks a fundamental, mind-bending question. If you can observe the thoughts in your head, who is the one doing the observing? The observer is your true identity, pure awareness, consciousness, or presence. Tolle explains that compulsive thinking is an addiction. We rely on the mind because it gives us a false sense of identity, known as the ego. The ego survives only by keeping your attention trapped in either memory, the past, or anticipation, the future. The moment you step back and simply observe your thoughts without judgment, you break your identification with the mind. You realize that you are not the storm inside your head. You are the vast, tranquil sky in which the storm takes place. In this section, Tolle introduces the core philosophical foundation of the entire book, the radical concept that psychological time is an illusion. Think about your life deeply for a moment. Have you ever experienced anything outside of the present moment? Have you ever taken an action in the past? No, you took that action when it was now. Will you ever live in the future? No, when the future arrives, it will be now. The past is nothing more than a memory trace stored in your brain of a former now. The future is a projected mental expectation of an anticipated now. Tolle distinguishes between clock time and psychological time. Clock time is practical. It is using time to schedule a meeting, learn from past mistakes, or set a goal for tomorrow. Psychological time, however, is the toxic habit of living mentally in the past or future. It is obsessing over past regrets, holding on to ancient grudges, or worrying endlessly about a future that hasn't happened yet. When you live in psychological time, you treat the present moment as an obstacle to be overcome, a stepping stone to get to some better future moment. But Tolle warns, as long as you treat the now as a means to an end, you will never find peace, because the there will never arrive. The present moment is all you ever have. Why is it so difficult for human beings to simply stay present? Tolle reveals two powerful internal forces that actively sabotage our peace: the ego and the pain body. The ego is vulnerable, fragile, and terrified of its own non-existence. Because it derives its identity from external things, status, possessions, opinions, relationships, and intellectual concepts, it lives in a perpetual state of fear and lack. It constantly seeks validation, craves control, and thrives on conflict and drama. The second force is what Tolle calls the pain body. The pain body is an accumulation of unexamined, unresolved emotional pain from your past, childhood traumas, heartbreak, grief, and anger. It sits dormant inside your energy field like a psychological parasite. Once in a while, the pain body wakes up and demands to be fed. How does it feed? On negative emotion, drama, arguments, and suffering. When your pain body triggers, you suddenly feel an overwhelming urge to pick a fight, feel offended, wallow in self-pity, or explode in rage. The key to dissolving the pain body is uncritical attention. When negative emotions surges inside you, do not fight it, analyze it, or judge it. Simply observe it as a neutral witness. When you shine the light of conscious presence on the pain body, it can no longer control your actions, and its dark energy gradually burns away. Understanding the theory of presence is one thing, but how do you actually access the power of now when your day is filled with stress, traffic, deadlines, and noise? Tolle provides practical, tangible portals to instantly anchor yourself in the present moment. Portal 1, the inner body. Shift your attention away from your racing thoughts and bring it entirely into the physical sensations inside your physical form. Feel the subtle energy flowing through your hands, feet, chest, and stomach. Connecting with your inner body acts as an immediate anchor that pulls your awareness out of your head. Portal 2, conscious breathing. Take a deep, slow breath and give your full attention to the air entering and leaving your lungs. Watch the rise and fall of your chest. A single conscious breath breaks the momentum of compulsive thinking. Portal 3, deep listening and observation. Look at an object around you, a tree, a flower, a flame, or even a coffee mug, without applying a mental label, judgment, or name to it. Listen to silence. When you observe the world without mental commentary, stillness enters your life. By practicing these portals throughout your day, while waiting in line, sitting in traffic, or doing daily chores, you cultivate a continuous background state of presence. One of the most misunderstood concepts in spiritual literature is the idea of surrender. Most people equate surrender to weakness, defeat, passivity, or giving up. They assume that surrendering means accepting a bad situation and doing nothing to fix it. Eckhart Tolle completely redefines surrender as the ultimate act of inner strength. Surrender does not mean accepting a bad situation. It means accepting the isness of the present moment. It means stopping your internal, psychological resistance to what already is. When you get stuck in a sudden rainstorm without an umbrella, resisting the rain by getting angry, cursing the weather, or feeling ruined does not dry you off. It simply adds emotional suffering to physical wetness. Surrender means acknowledging it is raining. This is the reality of this moment. Once you accept the reality of the now without internal resistance, your mind becomes completely clear. From that quiet state of presence, you can take effective, decisive action to change the situation if action is possible. Surrender is an active, intelligent response to life, whereas resistance is a blind, emotional reaction. In this section, Tolle addresses how presence radically alters human relationships. Most romantic relationships in the modern world are what Tolle calls egoic love-hate relationships. We enter relationships looking for another person to complete us, save us, or fix our deep-seated sense of internal lack. For a while, during the honeymoon phase, the partner fulfills these needs, but inevitably, as the partner fails to meet our impossible expectations, love turns to hostility, resentment, blame, and emotional drama. The relationship becomes a battleground where two egos fight for dominance. Tolle explains that another human being can never cure your inner lack or make you permanently happy. Expecting them to do so is a recipe for toxic dependency. To transform your relationships, you must turn them into a spiritual practice. Stop trying to change, judge, or control your partner. When your partner is triggering your pain body, do not react with your own pain body. Hold space for them with calm, silent presence. When you bring the light of conscious awareness into a relationship, judgment dissolves, deep empathy takes its place, and true intimacy becomes possible. Let us bring together the greatest lessons from The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. 1. You are the observer, not the mind. Break your identification with the incessant voice in your head. Recognize that your true identity is the conscious awareness behind the thoughts. 2. Psychological time is an illusion. The past is a memory, the future is an expectation, and the now is all you ever possess. Stop treating the present moment as a stepping stone. 3. Dissolve the pain body. Neutralize old emotional wounds by observing your negative feelings with presence, rather than feeding them through drama and reaction. 4. Use physical portals. Connect with your inner body, practice conscious breathing, and observe your environment without mental labels to anchor yourself instantly. 5. Practice true surrender. Stop internally resisting reality. Accept the present moment as it is and take clear, decisive action from a state of peace. Eckhart Tolle closes this magnificent book with a truth that simplifies all human existence. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. That is the essence of the power of now, and that is what we do here at Book Essence. We take the world's most powerful books and unlock their wisdom so you can build something real, starting from exactly where you are. If this video brought you value, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to find inner peace in their life today. Every week on Book Essence, a new book, a new lesson, a new chance to grow. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and keep unlocking your essence. See you in the next one.